to be like that.
So obviously now I'm recording. This is basically I do it with no audio and then I send it to my phone.
What are you up to now?
So yeah, I record each thing for about 20 to 25 minutes. Anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And then I send it to my phone and I use CapCut to add the audio. So you know, like voiceovers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just upload it from my phone. But sorry if I am boring you. But I just want to show you like what I actually do.
Over here.
I don't want you to like worry. You know?
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I
So,
have ways
he
out
goes
of these
Ready
things.
Friday to
Well, you took the fall
Sunday.
for me.
No.
And that counts for
Friday
something.
to
Did you
Monday.
find what you were looking for?
He
I
comes back
did.
on a Monday and we're
But
gone.
something was missing.
And then
I'm
he
not
goes
sure
away again
here is the
for
best place to
weekend.
discuss
The
it.
weekend we get back
Understood.
evenings.
We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know
Do you
about
know
this
what Ben
place.
done?
What?
Sorry, I know you've shown me this.
Yeah, it's fine.
From Basic Council, they're quite slow with their shit, aren't they?
There's a
Hey.
secret passage
Council.
just
Yeah.
here.
It's well
Like boilers
disguised.
and stuff, he put in his garage to build it up, money and stuff. That's how much he got for all that.
How much?
£1,000. A year's worth of like boilers and shit like that. He got £1,000 for it. Obviously, Dad took him down there because obviously Dad's got a scrap card,
Yeah.
so you can only do it on a scrap card.
Yeah.
So Dad obviously had to draw £1,000 out for him. And obviously, if the tax people
How
find
did you
out that
find
Dad
this
had
place?
that much, he could
My
get in a lot
friend,
of trouble for
Ominous
it.
Gaunt.
Who, your dad or?
Yeah.
He named it the Undercroft.
Which obviously it's not
We
Dad's,
used to play
it's
golf
Ben's.
stones here all the time.
That's what I said to
with
Mum.
my sister,
Like, surely Dad can get in trouble
Anne.
for it.
She
He
loved
can.
that
Yeah.
infernal game.
Because obviously, that's
I
how they
wouldn't
know
give to lose
like,
to her
what's going
again.
in, what's coming out.
I should
Mum
tell
has to
you,
do tax
I
books
swore
every
to
year,
Ominous
don't
I
she?
would safeguard this place.
But yeah.
So please,
So I was like,
keep this
Mum.
between us. He never confides in anyone, but he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We
Revelio.
used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Protego!
Oh, I'm tired.
That's quite bad. I can't even lie.
Revelio.
What?
What you just told me.
Yeah. Do all the council people do it? Yeah,
Really?
it's not just Ben. The whole lot do it. How do you think they're making extra? So Ben's got
I
like
think I've seen Ominous in
£1,000 to his
potions.
name.
Or was it
Like,
herbology?
Just like
I've
that.
noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
And how long
He
does
does.
it take?
No idea how,
It took him
though.
a year to build
Ominous
it
was born blind, and no spell could reverse
So what, he
it.
keeps all the
His
boiler
wand
parts?
seems almost sentient.
No,
Not
boilers
surprising, I
and shit.
suppose.
When they take them out of
Ollivander
like,
always
people's
says,
houses.
the wand chooses the wizard.
Fucking hell.
Is that how
Isn't
he
he
found
supposed
this
to like
place?
take them back?
No, someone in his family knew about
You
it.
don't
The
have loads
Gaunts
of
are
it, like,
full of secrets. I've never heard anyone
How
else
do you think
speak
the
of it.
council are making their
and
money?
I've certainly never seen
Think
anyone
about
else here. Again, mention this to no one,
Like, that's the bit like
especially
Nick, though.
Ominous.
My uncle,
He
when
has
used to
no
work for
love
Ben,
lost for his family or their
if there was like a
secrets.
phone or something,
But this
they
place
was
is
allowed to
special
take
to
it.
him.
Understood.
Imagine if it's someone's phone that
But
accidentally chucked
why
away
does
something, like a
Ominous
Christmas
have no love
present.
lost for his family?
They was allowed to
His
take
father's
it.
family are
It's like that.
direct descendants of Salazar
It's
Slytherin,
in the bin.
one of the 4 founders of
but
Hogwarts.
Even his,
Obsessed
like,
with blood
like,
status,
he's
most
got
of them.
brand new shoes out the bin
Ominous
and
cannot
everything.
abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you.
Fair enough, do you know
Anyway.
what I mean? But
The Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice
Yeah,
otherwise
honestly,
forbidden
I need
spells,
Really?
tomorrow I'm just
Like
gonna
what?
like
come
the
back in town,
blasting
go for a
curse.
shop,
Professors say
get,
it's not an
like,
appropriate
body
spell
lotion
to
and shit
teach
like that,
students.
pack that. Do you really feel like
A proper magical education ought to
you
include
pack
all
stuff,
magic.
yeah?
My thoughts
But if you post
exactly.
pictures, you don't want
A
people seeing
spell
you in
like
the same
Confringo
clothes.
is only truly
That's how
dangerous
I
in
feel.
untrained
Because
hands.
the dresses I
Such
pack,
spells
people
should
see
be
me in
properly
the clothes 'cause
taught,
obviously being pregnant.
not banned.
Yeah.
To
so
be
that's
fair,
why because I know
I'm
you've taken
admittedly
loads of pictures,
partial
but
to
that's why
more
you haven't posted
fiery
them.
forms of
Yeah.
magic.
Say
But you
that, you
should
don't
learn
really pay
it.
so much about your pregnancy,
I
do
can
you?
teach it
Like,
to you safely here.
what do people need to know? They can wait till baby's there.
It may take a while to get the
Because
feel
that
for
don't
it.
pay so much.
Mimic
No.
my wand
That's
movement.
what I said today, was that people don't
The
need to know.
incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
I goes to mum, I goes, do you think I've got something wrong with me? I said, truthfully, I said, because I'm slowly stuff, I spoke to you about it, innit?
Yeah.
Mum goes, not to be horrible, she goes, I reckon you
You're
have a touch
getting
of
it.
autism in you.
Ready to
Because
actually
stuff
try
don't
it out?
function with me.
Stick to
Like-
the targets, though.
You know,
Best to keep the-
I'm quite thick, ain't I?
No, you're not that.
I'm quite thick, and even, because we reckon Dad's got it and Nellie's got it, innit? But that's that side of the family, though, that's the issue. Yeah, they're all with it.
Confringo. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their
Yeah,
uses.
I
But I
did say
think
to
you'll
Mum
find
about
that
it.
Confringo
I don't
cast
recognise
travels a
you're
bit
something
farther than
major
that of
wrong
a
with
spell
you,
like
but you're very
Incendio.
slow with stuff.
Confringo. Nice work.
Like, with money
How's
and
it
stuff,
feel?
I'm very, like,
It's a
slow
tad
with it.
hot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Very sounds good.
I think I got it. Well done.
I have to say, I
Sorry if I'm
enjoyed
boring.
that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo,
After
we
I've
singed
done
our
this, yeah.
How
eyebrows.
long?
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down.
Still
To
about
this
20
day,
minutes.
there's something
Okay.
about that spell that's addictive.
Hurry up. Oh, good back my phone.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers.
Um,
By the way,
yeah.
what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me about the port key and Gringotts and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
Like,
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know
Where's your
what I was
phone?
expecting
Is
to
it in
say,
my
but it wasn't that.
um,
What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not
yeah.
entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling
Well,
me
you
that
can ask them
goblins
to
may be
like-
wielding some sort of wizard
if you're that
magic?
interested,
That's
message
what
me.
we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well,
No, he,
when you
he
do
spent
know,
money on baby
tell
fish
me.
instead.
I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages.
The stuff
Perhaps
up
we
in
can
the-
help
up
each
there.
other. In the meantime,
Remember
with both
last little
Rookwood
bits?
and Ranrock after you,
No, because
I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting
You know what my
curses in
son's like
order.
that.
Well,
Spend
they
as
can
much
take
time
it
here
off
as
and
you'd
leave
like.
it.
And remember, keep
just
this
said no.
place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Greg's.
Yeah, no, and say about the baby bits. Just say he spent his last bit of money on baby bits.
Didn't know you ain't got no money, I told him that. But I did say to him that I'm buying the baby bouncer. I did say that. I said he actually did mention it to me yesterday. And I said it helped me out if she buys the baby bouncer.
Hello, Sebastian.
And I
Wait,
was like, I believe it when I see it.
you there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft? Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly
Do you
found
know
myself
that?
in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me.
No.
No one
I've
stumbles
recognised her.
upon
I
that
searched her
room.
up on Facebook.
Sebastian
And
told you, didn't he?
I've recognised her
You
name, but I
breathe
don't
a
know.
word about this place to anyone. And not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me
No, I
about
think
my
that's his
oldest
message.
friend.
He's bugging me.
Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help.
You logged into my account.
Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
No. Go to shots.
Not looking.
No. Haley looks so fake. That don't look like Haley. Do how small she is. Have you seen Haley? You've not seen her?
No.
She's like 4 foot. And she's very like skinny. Like it's like that girl. I wanted to show you that girl, didn't I? I think she's with a Charlotte. I've noticed the Lewis boys like a lot of her stuff.
Come and
But I
see
wouldn't be
me
surprised
as
if
soon
she's
as
back
you
with
can.
River's dad.
I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the
He keeps
ministry.
me viewing my TikTok as well. Huh.
Your time has been more fruitful than mine.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Don't know. She looks really small.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally.
Like weed.
Minister Spavin talks
Red-
more
red
than
flag
he
flag.
listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. But then, we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt, and...
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say
Yes. And then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkins so that he'd tell me about how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room
Let's catch
below
up with Love Island
Hogwarts.
and keep
Why am I
tonight.
not surprised?
It says
Shall we?
unexpected
I was hoping you'd say
connection
that.
starts to form.
Oh, and we'll
despite
need to
one
bring the
couple
book.
seemingly going from strength to strength, it appears there might be a trouble in paradise as one of
The room
boys
is called
make
the
an
Map
unexpected
Chamber, by the way.
beeline for a
And
glowing
a portrait of
question,
Percival
who in her
Rackham
chat in
awaits us
front of her
there.
partner.
Professor
The
Rackham. I look forward to meeting
Spark
him.
seems to fly between
How
the
did
two
this
islanders.
Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them,
Who do you reckon
and
that is?
Jackdaw stole them from
I
him.
reckon it's
Oh, Peeves.
Ty and Alan.
Ty. Yeah, that's it. Someone said everyone's saying Scott and Jess.
No.
Scott and Leah. Oh, you need to watch last night's one.
To think
It was so
it was
good.
beneath us all this time.
That ends in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah, at the end of this month.
Shit.
You only watched one properly. Actually, did you watch one more thing like that? Your lips say fucking annoy me. Sorry. They really annoy me.
This looks promising.
Did you see this picture I sent you?
Sorry.
Yes, I got it back at 7. The tent we've got to. Basically, they're saying bring staff because I could be there for hours. It says.
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the
You may bring
Forbidden
something to
Forest.
occupy your
And
time.
of course,
So I was saying something that's been there quite a while now.
it's magnificent.
I don't know why. Mum said, she said it's to do with my depression. Because obviously it's up on record and they're going to ask me questions. But imagine if I let myself in it, then I'm red flagged. And Mum's like, I'll speak for you.
If only you were
But then
here
that
to
looks
see
bad for me
this.
because I'm the mother.
I'm not being funny. You kind of have to do this yourself without your mum.
Hello,
Mum has
Professor
to, Mum's
Rackham.
allowed to come in and
We've placed the book on a pedestal, as you
A
asked.
friend or relative.
And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
Apparently Nelly had to.
How do you do, Professor Fig?
21st.
And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical
Monday.
ability, the potential and power of which will unlock,
Almost got
should you
work.
prove yourself
Holidays.
worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time,
Are you at work?
appear on the
Even
map.
at work.
Trials
The
that will
camps.
test you and give you access to
Plus,
invaluable
it's early in the
knowledge.
morning.
Trials that you
9
must
in the morning.
complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you
long.
viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I saw that come through, yeah. And
I
it's
do
like,
recall seeing
what
the
the
memory,
fuck?
but
'Cause it was
I
Ellie
don't
that
remember
set it
all of the
up for me.
details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created
don't
for one who
understand.
could see traces of ancient magic. Charles is another of the
maternity
keepers,
grant at
a
£500.
designation we gave ourselves
have to call them up
centuries
that
ago, in light of the
early, like
knowledge
8 o'clock in the
that we have
morning.
been bound to keep
They're
hidden,
not answering, and my midwife can't do
until
that.
perhaps now.
So,
So,
the passage from your
I might
ruins
miss out
to
on that
Gringotts,
500.
everything in the
Shout out
vault,
to
the
get baby
restricted
stuff.
section, finding this room, none of these was a
Right,
trial.
Dad's
They
always
were
not here,
an
baby,
important
so-
part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves.
you can do it
The
all.
fact that you have come this far,
No, so
however,
basically, I was
bodes
upstairs the whole
well.
day.
The
Come
trials were
downstairs to have a
designed to
bath.
ensure that the
And he's
power
like,
and
"I didn't get
knowledge
anything
we
to
have
say
kept
about."
secret for so
That's
long
the hotel
does
like
not
that.
fall
I goes, "No,
into
he
the
ain't got no
wrong
money."
hands. They
And
will
then
test
he
your
was
abilities
like,
both innate
just remember
and
Callum
learned.
can buy it.
But of
buy all the
equal
baby stuff,
importance,
I ain't buying
everything you
nothing.
witness as you complete the trials
I was thinking
will
you didn't buy
inform
stuff
what you
anyway.
choose to do with all
And
that
like he
we
buys stuff
share.
for us.
You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I was saying to myself, like,
I'm afraid we don't
that's
have the
selfishness because
luxury
that's
of
his
time.
granddaughter.
We have waited this long,
But he
Professor
said he was
Fig.
Mason, though.
Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin
So
kind.
you've got that one, yeah?
And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault
Oh,
at
that one.
Gringotts. We may already be too
I like that one,
late.
man.
This is
Yes, indeed,
grave
sir.
news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with
That's
our
the
ability.
bed, but it's like out of stock. Only
Shall we
left.
have a look?
So, don't think I'm big enough.
I know that tower. It's not far.
That's £270.
You may have seen it yourself.
I don't think I have.
Mum wants
Perhaps
to move
your
out.
young friend is not as well travelled as you think.
As your Mental.
She
The
told me
least I can
yesterday.
do is go ahead to
She's
make
got me
sure
on
it is
those days,
safe.
but I want her to move out.
Join me as soon as you can.
Because she's not helping around the house.
I'll find you at the
I don't
tower
do
as
much,
soon
but
as I
still
can.
leave it landing
Until
in my
then.
bedroom and shit.
Be careful.
But
And do not tell
she don't-
anyone where you're
See her
going.
bedroom, Callum.
Is it worse than mine?
It's like yours. Sometimes worse, actually. Because obviously she's got baby stuff everywhere. Like, clothes she bungs all on under the baby bed. She's getting a baby cot that goes into her bed. Ben's buying it.
It's time you learned,
And they're
Iglesias,
obviously
the
giving me
freezing
that
spell.
bed, but obviously
It
I'm
is
going
an
to have to
efficient
wrap
way
it
to
up and put
cool
it up
down a
in the
heated
loft.
situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that,
The
come
baby
see
can only be in the most class at about 4 months. That character drawer comes Thursday. But wait all the way till Thursday. So I can't build it till Friday. Yeah, so I said to Mum's like, you do know I'm going to have to build it. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, don't come like how it is. It's just annoying. Well, ain't like I see Fridays anyway, so it gives him something to do.
Cheers.
No, because you got Park Lane, no, the other thing.
It's finished now.
But you mostly got, have you got your writers? New writers? Can you send them to me later? Because I haven't got your writers.
Yeah.
So I'd delete the chat, I cleared it.
Why?
I ain't cleared it now, don't worry.
Why did you do that, though?
It's the habit, look at my photos, yeah? This was, I was doing the other day, like, I cleared everything. Like, this makes me look. That's just my NHS login. But it's a habit. Because I've always done it, because it bugs me.
New face. Wonderful.
Hello,
Where's your phone,
Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spin Witches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom?
Do you want one of mine?
Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver
do you want to
Arrows,
take one of my jumpers?
Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased.
Well,
They're
just
all
say that I
exceptional,
wore it out
both in
with me and I
quality
gave it
and
to you.
performance.
I didn't know what I was wearing.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Is there a black jumper hanging up on the back of my
What
door?
are we looking for today?
No.
That item is of the highest quality. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
So I was like,
That's right.
Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
Go on.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the
Can't
performance
hurry
of
up,
any
what
broom
you
at lower
hungry?
It's like,
altitudes.
it's 5 more minutes, sorry.
But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl. An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can
Can you
do.
get my crocs
Thank
that
you. It'll be worth your while, if I'm right. The new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun
What?
too.
Oh shit, sorry, I didn't
Go to
realise
the
how close
Quidditch
my
pitch
feet
and
were.
Imelda Reyes will sort you out.
it's raining.
Once
So-
you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Protego!
Cheers.
Can't can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Once I got going and eat my food like I'm starving. When I made food. Oh, the blame this one the makeup's off. Right. That's nearly what we've got to do. I want to know when you feel like you haven't had dinner. That's how I feel.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Black hadn't cancelled it, we wouldn't be. Thing in the first.
Hey you, Gryffindor.
Imelda Reyes? Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness?
Huh?
You've barely started flying from what I know.
Yeah,
Caught wind
you
of
know,
his showing off
Sam
and
got
flying past
glassed
with
while
Clopton.
they were away. A girl went to glass Olivia.
What's that?
Bottle to the head. While they were away on holiday. Sam got in the middle of them two.
Save said what completely different.
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly
say-
wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it doesn't
I
matter.
haven't opened it.
Everyone
No,
knows
just
that
say that
class
he
is
just
only
didn't
for
like it.
beginners,
Just-
troublemakers, and bumbling baboons. But for some reason, now people think you're competition. I can't be having that.
Perhaps I
And just
am
say
competition.
as well
I
that-
just
You're
like,
not
yeah,
even
to be fair,
Slytherin.
I'll just
Could be a
like,
useless squib for all I know. Enough
Just
of
say
this.
it looked different.
Only
he
one
read,
way
he
to
read
find
over
out
the
who's the better
contract,
flyer. I hold one of the fastest times on this course.
but he didn't offer.
Let's see if you can
they
beat
didn't
it.
offer a
Slytherin
long enough.
versus Gryffindor.
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you lose.
Success. Excellent. Did it.
Alright.
This is much more.
This is rather fun.
That wasn't too bad.
Okay. Oh, my son.
Yeah, I'm getting babysitting that one here. It's quite a long name, so. I need to get someone called Aaron. I don't know
That's
why.
not.
I want
You
to
must
save
have
on
cheated. You.
my 5.
Oh,
Fine.
fine.
You
You won.
Aaron.
Don't think this is over. You can't determine skill from one single trial.
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but you're still going to have to prove yourself if you want to earn my respect.
Challenge accepted then.
Perhaps you have what it takes after all. We shall see. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a much tougher challenge. You can try to prepare by racing this course again. Just check in at the podium, where the leaderboard is. You can check your time and start the race. We'll see next time if your win here was more than just a fluke. Whilst on an errand for Albie Weeks.
I never thought.
I suspect Mr. Weeks will be glad to hear how I fared.
But they're all the McDonald's, so.
When's the restaurant?
1 rep.
Huh?
1 rep. Make me this up, do you know what I mean?
Three more minutes.
You said you was done.
Yeah, well, I've got to go back to this guy. You got your shoes on?
No, I'm sorry.
Revelio.
I'm almost at the guy now, look, see?
Oh, you're back. With something to report, I hope?
Mr. Weeks, I was able to set a record on my broom.
Incredible! Miss Ray's must have been shocked. Tell me, how was the broom?
A little turbulent, and it's wanting for a bit of speed, but it fared well enough. I will say that it tended to drift a bit to the left on certain turns. Heard a slight swoosh when I dipped.
Oh, thank you. That's precisely what I needed to know.
You're going to miss me.
Drifted, eh? I shall get to work immediately.
I basically miss you at night.
Even the naysayers will be forced to admit that my work's had potential all along.
Don't miss your breath,
Lay down.
No, Cal.
I'm excited to hear more.
I have a very good feeling about this upgrade. I guarantee you'll be pleased. Expect to hear from me soon.
Yeah, there you go.
How to address the issue of altitude as it relates to speed?
But you said just go talk to him.
Yeah, and I just got to leave so I can do this. Fuck's sake.
Good with your fingers.
Do it, yeah. All gamers are, you know.
Oh, hello. Shame my ex wasn't.